Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 97, Stranger Things, San Diego Comic-Con Breakdown.
Woo!
What?
Nothing.
Oh.
I'm just making a weird face.
It made it seem like I messed it up somehow.
Just my normal stupid face.
Oh, fuck you, don't.
Already swearing. Already. That's why you can't do the other one. Give the websites, damn
All right,
it.
check us out at kfpodcast.com.
Splash page.
At KF on
New
Facebook,
logo.
At Ken Fred Podcast on Twitter, at Ken Frederick Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and Google us on SoundCloud, and Reddit,
And Tumblr, and Google, and
Grindr.
MySpace, and everything else.
Just
All right.
go to kfpodcast.com for all your Ken Frederick.
Go to the internet and search for us. We're everywhere.
Yep. If you need us socially on the network, just go to the website. All right, so let's talk about Stranger Things. So they revealed...
I chose Stranger Things as a topic because I think it's something all four of us actually like a lot. Where some of us are more on the one than the other, you know. Yeah, I think this is one show that we all love and all really enjoyed season one and can't wait for
I
season
feel like we
two.
all binge watched it at the same time right when it came out. It
This was all you. This was last year. This time I went on vacation. You texted me and said, "Guys, this is something we should talk about." And you're like, "This is a good show."
And it was all because guys at the comic book store were coming in saying, why don't you watch Stranger Things yet? I'm like,
And like I said,
I wasn't into it the first time I had to watch it a second time.
yeah, you watch it that one time. You're like, you were like poo-pooing on it. I'm like, what's he talking about? This is great.
much like Justin, we wants to get him going. He's like, it's actually good.
Because you, like I said, you have a good track record with me. You told me about Game of Thrones, and you told me about this, and it clicked.
Whenever I recommend something, it's usually not the shits.
You and Diana watch this. It's good. Everybody I know watches it. It's a good show.
So,
I know this is like the third Stranger Thing ones we've done, but they seem to be popular.
but also too, it's the thing one that we all, like you said, we all know. We can talk about it. All right. So
they dropped a new trailer. Was the first thing that they did
I like the feel of it. We just watched it before we did the pod and started recording.
because everyone forgot to.
Great music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sets a tone for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I like that also it's very much happening over Halloween.
Yeah.
With the events of this situation. And when does it say the last season ends? Because it tells you whenever the end of the...
Yeah, it ended like it was more in the spring, wasn't it? Because they went
Yes.
through the winter.
Yeah, and then the summertime is apparently going to be up in the air, or maybe
Yeah.
this is going to be leading to...
This looks like school starting up again, a new year and all that. And it's, I mean... I know it takes place in the 80s, but they make it feel so 80s. I mean,
Yeah, even the props and everything, like the computers. And
just
all
when
that.
the trailer starts off, they're playing Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember playing that game in arcades? Which was the worst playable game ever.
It was a cartoon. Like,
It was nothing to do. I don't even think you ever really controlled it.
I don't know. I remember getting it for like our computer at home, being so excited about it. I never got past like the first two things
And
you could do.
it looked so terrible on the computer too.
It looked all right for the day, but
For the
still,
day.
it was so hard.
But because you would appear that the cartoon would be like, you could either move them left or right, and like I don't even think I remember sometimes like I don't even know if I even did anything.
Yeah.
And he would die, and he would turn all red faced, and
skeleton.
did anybody ever make it to the end?
No, I couldn't get past the second. There was like one obstacle where you like jumped down into the castle. I could do that, but I forget what you had to do next. But it got me every single time.
Well, I remember they when they did newer versions when the Star Wars people had it. It was like LucasArts.
Yeah.
I played that game, but the old one I could never.
There was like a second one to it.
Yeah.
But it sets the tone in that thing. Like this is kids that age playing these types of game in an old school arcade.
Yep.
You know, it had to fill. You notice in the one scene there was a Reagan Bush 84
Yep.
sign in the yard. I'm like, they really do a good job with the style of it to make you believe it's the 80s.
In the way I actually learned this, I watched a little thing on
A little thing.
Deadmau5, and they were talking. They even went as far the synthesizer that they used to create like the music
Yeah.
is from the 80s because it has a very specific sound that you cannot replicate digitally today.
That's interesting.
Because Deadmau5 has one in his collection.
'Cause he
that
went back
paid,
in time.
$10,000 for.
In a DeLorean.
There's a band out there. Well, I don't know if it's a band or there's an artist, if you can look it up on SoundCloud, called Zombie. It's like I think it's Zombi, and it's all this like weird synth, like horror type music.
You told me about that before, and I never went.
I'm not a big electronic guy, but I used to listen to the shop sometimes. I listen to it on the way home.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
So
then it goes to, they show you that like Will looks like he's having the upside down stuff. You see that giant monster.
is that going to be the Demogorgon? Do you think? Or
I don't know what. It looks huge. It looks like something out of like
It reminds
Kaiju.
me.
Yeah, it looks like a kaiju.
It reminds me of Starro, like a big
Yeah.
or Shumagorath from Marvel Comics.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's huge. It's way bigger than the stuff they dealt with before.
The difference I like in this, he's talking about it. He's actually like, he's not hiding it anymore. He's telling, like he tells his mom, and like they try and get him help, and so it's not going to be. This isn't going to be one of those ones where a 5-minute conversation could clear up the issue.
Yeah.
Well,
That he's.
shouldn't.
And speaking of Will, he looked like he aged about 5 years. The other kids all look the same, and he looks like
That's what a year in the upside down.
Yeah,
looks
it's rough.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be tough. These kids are going to age fast,
yeah.
and it's going to be hard to keep
They
that.
put it out pretty quick. I mean, but of all of them though, the other ones look the same, but he looked like he aged a lot. But that's the kids that age. That's what happens to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's tough about doing like a show like this.
About little kids. Yeah. And I love that they start playing Thriller in the trailer.
Oh yeah, and it sets
Fits.
the tone.
It sets such a tone. Plays so well with it. Plays so well. All about it. The Ghostbusters costumes that they're wearing. The trap that they have that looks.
It has something in it. Like,
Yeah,
they trap something.
Yeah,
in it
like it
legitimately.
looks totally cool the way they have that all set up, and it looks like it's made with tape too. Like we were
Yeah.
talking about on our cosplay thing, making stuff with tape.
Oh yeah, it's true. Like because you couldn't just go out and buy. Because in the '80s, that's when you had the plastic
Halloween costumes. Yeah.
What was it?
The rubber
Ben
band
Cooper.
mask. Yeah.
Ben Cooper masks in Halloween sets.
Those are the worst.
You know what? I have such a nostalgia heart for them. Like I own one of the.
You own the mask one.
I own the mask one, and I keep looking for the. My mom bought me the Megatron one when I was a kid. If I could ever have the Megatron one, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But
That's cool. We'll have to look for it. They were. I mean, they were so lame, those costumes, but they were.
Cheap vinyl.
I remember I had a Gene Simmons Kiss one, which was terrible because it not only was it the plastic mask with the long plastic tongue, but it had a little bit of fake hair around it. You know what I mean? And like and then all the outfit was a picture of the van.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
And white pants.
And like white pants and like something around the wrist. Yeah. And I remember there's like pictures of me as a kid, and I have that on. I'm like in everyone's face with it because I don't know what I thought the Kiss was like the coolest thing in the world.
You think that you're like dressed exactly like.
Look at me, I look just like Gene Simmons. Like, no, you don't. You look completely crazy and weird. Because from the side, you look like a monster when you see half of a face.
The Megatron one was Megatron's face, and then a picture, that red grid Transformers background, and then it's like a picture of Megatron standing, and then him as a gun. And I'd be like, Megatron.
And the other crazy one I had was Mr. T. Because it was from the A-Team. It was from the A-Team. It was Mr. T, and all I had for the shirt of it was chains with a picture of like the van and the team on it, like because that's what he wore. And it had like
he wore a picture of the team on.
It had like fake like black eye arms with like chains on them and all that, and fake muscles.
Oh, that's racist. You can't go black arm nowadays.
It's terrible. It was hilarious though. I used to have this all the time. I think I had Big Bird, too, for some reason. I had the most awful ones for some reason.
Because your parents probably went to T.J. Murphy's.
Of course, I had Adam West Batman was my favorite, because I wore that all year round. Like, I had that cape, and that because that actually came with a cape.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we went off a little bit on...
Sorry.
But that's fine. It's fun.
All right, so...
Do you notice the redheaded girl?
There's a new redheaded girl
that walked into class. That's at. Remember an episode we saw that was called Mad Max? We did the episode titles.
Yeah.
She is Max. Is her name?
Oh, like
so
Maxine, or is it?
They're calling her Mad Max, and they're calling her Max. I think that's who they show. Remember they show her walking and sit down, and all the boys turn and look. She's like cute and everything, and they're all like, So I think she's gonna join their little group. I don't know if she has something.
She's evil.
She has an older brother too that I think they described. He was the one that was. He's like probably his maybe a little bit younger than Will's older brother.
Older sister? No, Will's older brother. Yeah. I get. Was it Will and who's got the sister? I forget the
Mike
name.
has the sister.
Mike had the sister.
Yeah, Kathy.
She was with
Steve.
Yeah, but
it's great.
Then they show a scene where she's like in a little alleyway and Steam's storming away.
And then Steve partying and dancing with a bunch of chicks. Steve's great. He's
I
great.
just want to see a show about Steve.
A spin-off Steve show.
Banging chicks.
And pools and house parties. And the show should be that Steve just like escapes danger. Like there's danger going on, and then Steve's just having a good time. You know,
He always manages to skirt to
Yeah.
it out of there.
you see like a whole like monster eating a person, and next room Steve's partying. And like,
McGrath comes down, destroys everything but the room he's doing like the hustle in.
hey Netflix, you want us to do a spinoff? I love that he's in a Ferris Bueller Domino's commercial, and just playing Steve basically. Steve as Ferris Bueller. He's great because that hair is just perfect.
That hair is amazing.
Has anyone watched Parks and Rec?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Why? Tell us.
Steve looks just like the one character in Parks and Rec, and they actually got together and took a picture, and it's like before.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, he does look like that guy. We talked about this on another show before about Steve looking like the guy from Marco. We'll throw that picture up there.
So, all right.
That's great. So, what do you think was going on with the sheriff in her? He looked like he was very like he's going to be a bigger part of this than he was the last time.
I feel like he has information from the what was the ominous people called? I'm horrible with remembering names from shows.
I don't remember.
Justin will
I can't
remember.
remember the organization.
Here we go again doing a show. We don't know what we're talking about.
I think that now that he works
Let's
for
just call it the evil government organization.
Yeah. Now that he works for the evil organization, I think he knows what's going on, and he's going to try to stop it. And he's going to be ahead of the curve.
For 11.
Yeah.
Or
I
that's
think
true
he's looking
too.
for 11. I think he still kind of is maybe holding out hope that maybe he can find his daughter somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that she had also disappeared. Maybe they'll do that. Maybe this Max chick is his daughter.
Maybe that giant Shumagorath is his daughter.
Shumagorath. I don't know. It looks good. What about 11 at the end? That was pretty cool. Her coming
like her coming back from.
She's stuck in that classroom still.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that happens right after the battle? Because that's when she disappears, right?
Yeah.
I think that's all going to be like her dealing with being stuck in the Upside Down right after that battle.
Because then she's obviously getting egos in that.
Yeah.
Hanging
But
on,
I think they're going to have to do some kind of like fill in for that. I know everyone loves 11, and I like her as a character too. I kind of just want to see how the boys, like the 4 boys, deal with this.
Yeah. I don't think she's we'll skip in the next topic here. They had a panel there, and they talked about a lot of this stuff, and they said this season heavily focuses on more Will. Good. That as last season he was in 2 episodes when he was gone most of the time, and that this season is a lot more Will, not as much Mike, and way less 11 in this season.
Well, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Will's kind of moving into
We told her story already.
Yeah.
In the first season.
And if she has more to tell, then yeah, go ahead and do it. But I think this should show that maybe Will, and it could even maybe similar to how 11 when she touched that one creature through the mind meld, whatever was going on, and how she hasn't contacted with the Upside Down and she can go back and forth like the flea. Maybe they'll explain her situation through Will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can kind of their kind of stories parallel.
Mm-hmm. So you'll see less. So these are some of the things they said. You'll see less of 11 because she's trapped in there. They talked about Hopper being connected to her somehow, and obviously he was feeding her egos at the end of it.
Magic box that apparently
his little magic box.
Dimensional portal.
How happy do you think Ego gets when this show comes out?
Kellogg is just like, yeah.
They're just like, yeah. Everyone's buying our. I'm surprised they don't have. Do they have Stranger Things? Ego.
Not yet.
But they do have a pop where she's holding an Ego.
Do they?
It says
It has egos.
with Egos, yeah.
Oh.
And there's a chase with her with a wig and without.
Cool. So a new character they're bringing in, played by Paul Reiser, is a guy named Dr. Owens.
And does this character have another male that he lives with and they raise a young girl together?
They're not doing that. He's replacing the evil guy that was Dr. Brenner.
It was Matthew Modine.
This guy he's the new doctor. You don't know if he's evil.
Are you a washed-up 80s actor? Do you want to see the season? Stranger
You want
Things
to be
goes.
in a show based in the 80s?
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, I bet you a lot of people are chomping at the bit to try and get into it, you know? I mean, I think that's the field. I think that's one of the things they're going for is older actors because this takes place in it's all like that nostalgia film.
Yeah, you got to add the nostalgia of the actors.
It does add to it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there's Matthew Modine, there's Winona Ryder, oh, now here's Paul Reiser. Just keep going.
Oh, never mind.
What were we going to say?
I was
There's
trying to
BJ and the Bear.
There was an actor's name, but I can't. Judge Reinhold. It's a judge.
Judge Reinhold. Wasn't he from like all the like Beverly Hills Cop shows?
Yeah. The Clerks animated show had a show where Judge Reinhold was a judge. He was giving out verdicts.
The other bad news coming out of there, Justin, is no Barb coming back. She will not be back.
Aw, poor Barb.
Everybody, I don't know why everybody cares so much about Barb.
She didn't get closure.
Yeah, I think it was just because the character got absolutely no
She was
closure
like a
whatsoever.
fill-in character. She got killed.
You know why everyone likes her? Because that was everybody. Like, everyone that likes the show is a little bit nerdy.
Yeah.
Like, not in great
Not
shape.
the pretty girl, not in
Yeah.
great shape.
And what it just shows is that everyone likes the show and her life would die in the Upside Down.
We all just get killed in the Upside Down.
We're no heroes.
So no
We're all
Barb
Barbs.
coming back. And that's really it.
Okay, good talk.
I mean, what else do you think about it?
I feel like it leaves a lot open. I mean, they showed a lot of the eggshells open, so maybe there's going
And
to
the
be
pumpkins,
more. Yeah,
which we called that the pumpkin patch will be sort of like a
Yeah, I think there's a lot of this that we're geniuses. In coming up with,
that we were totally on
We're the
They
smartest
must have
people.
listened to the podcast and
They were
and
one of the
replicated
six.
it.
Yeah.
So how many seasons do you think it goes?
I don't know.
If I want to see how this one goes, and if this one ends up being as popular as season 1 or even more popular, then I can see at least 4, maybe 5.
Really?
So I have some questions.
Okay.
Does this come out around Halloween, or is it just based like?
This one's coming out at Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
The 27th.
28, 20, yeah,
Yeah,
27
it's
or
coming out right by it.
Okay. So
The last one came out when? Was it like the summer?
yeah, it was
Or
like
spring,
it was
summer,
It
something
just
like that?
came out. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything. I really think that this is going to be. People are excited for it. It's going to do really well, and I think maybe it'll get 106 seasons.
So this was all bullshit. Is what it was.
I think you're going to get 5 or 6 seasons out of it, because you could even spin it off to like younger characters. Because doesn't Mike have a younger sister?
Yeah.
Like you could even run it to like almost like it possibly where these kids grow up and then it comes back. There's a lot they could do with this.
It's funny because it was probably a show when they put it together. The first one, threw it out there, see if it sticks, because there was like no big deal about it.
yeah.
And then in a year, now it's a major phenomenon how these things take off.
All the merch, it's unbelievable the amount of like stuff that has Stranger Things branded on
And
it.
you know
Because
what?
people love the 80s.
Uh-huh.
So you sell a bunch of stuff with 80s nostalgia in it. It's a
Right.
huge thing. If this show took place like in modern times, it wouldn't be as popular.
No,
And it's 100% word of mouth. This was
Yeah.
not advertised.
not at all.
It popped up on Netflix. Some people watched it, and there you go.
And then Ken Frederick calls you and tells you need to watch this show.
I go to the opera and go, please patch me through the Bjordy residence.
And I say, all right, you never stirred me wrong before.
It's true.
And then there you go. So you think it'll be better than season 1?
I don't know.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, that
What season 2 is truly better than season 1?
right.
It's tough because season 1 was so like, wow, this is so cool that I'm watching
And
this.
it was so fresh.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? There's no cliches. Like, it was very...
I feel like this one's different though because this isn't like this is a continuation of it. We're not just like, all right, it's the second season. Who do we have them fight this season? And it's like,
Yeah.
this is to me is like a story that we just got a taste of it and we're still going with it. So I think it can ride out that nostalgia type wave and that feeling of like, wow, we're getting deep because we had so many questions at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what is all this? What's all that? And what are you researching over there while we're talking? Huh?
Looking up some of the actors, some of the kids, and some of the other actors in the show to see.
I wish people could sit when we do this show. That the 2 people that listen to us, subscribe to us. I wish they could come sit here when the way we sit here, I face these guys. My television is behind me. Brock and Ken start watching my son play video games. Justin's staring at the screen, and I'm just like, all right, are we done?
I'm talking too. I can't help it that he's playing Minecraft.
What are you looking up over there? What are you researching?
Like I just said, I'm looking up the actors from the show to see where else their careers have gone.
And why is this relevant right now?
The one kid's in
See
it.
how busy that they're going to be.
Oh. Were you going to comment on this before I made fun of you?
I was going to.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear it.
No, I mean, Millie Bobby Brown that plays 11. She's going to be in the new Godzilla sequel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meh. Ken says he's on his phone now, folks.
I can talk, listen, and read.
What about Mike? Does he have anything going on?
Mike's in it.
Yeah, he's in it.
And they're going to do a sequel.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the was it Losers or...
Movie Don will never see.
Yeah, let's not... we mentioned it twice for some reason on this show. Let's not talk about it. You'll get no image. Sorry. Screw you.
It looks good.
And what else? What about the kid with the teeth missing? Does he still have the teeth missing?
I bet you that kid is the one character that stays throughout all the seasons.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know what else he's doing.
Nothing's ever gonna
Unless
happen to him.
Unless they make
They
another
just keep
dude.
knocking his teeth out?
He's not going to
He
keep
doesn't have teeth in real life.
Yeah, well,
He
yeah.
has whatever they said he has in the show, he has in real life.
They actually wrote it in because I think he had it.
Oh,
so.
wow.
Yeah.
But that
He
kid,
has the teeth.
that
Yes,
kid's gonna, he's gonna be the
Dustin.
main. Yeah, Dustin's gonna be the main character throughout the whole series.
Dustin was my favorite.
Yeah, he was good.
And he's got like nothing else booked.
Poor Dustin.
All
Dustin,
right.
you can come on the podcast anytime you
We'll
want.
interview him for our 100th episode coming up shortly. We'll interview. All right. I got nothing else.
What about no one asked about the black kid? I forget what his name
Lucas.
is.
Lucas was good in the first season too.
Lucas was great because he was just straight like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah, he was the voice of reason. He was the voice of reason. He was great.
He got beat up.
He has nothing on his list yet.
And then Will's creepy brother, that weirdo.
What's Steve doing? I just want to follow his.
Steve is just, he's
Dominoes.
going to be the next president of the United States.
Yes.
Steve.
Steve is great. We tried to fight the Demogorgon with a baseball bat with nails in it.
The baseball bat is back. It was in the trailer.
Yeah, it was.
I do like the scene where they're all like the Avengers in a circle, standing in a circle, ready to face like the
Steve.
whatever's coming their way.
Steve's the shit.
That'll be good. All right, we got anything else?
I think here's my theory that I keep going back to. I think they're in the Upside Down right now, and Will knows, and no one believes him.
So you think that somehow the world that they live in,
flipped.
the city, okay. So the upside down is the real world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's radiation,
Yes.
and like the upside down is a paradise,
Yes.
and that's kind of like where they live.
It's my theory.
That's some deep shit right there.
It is.
It's my theory. I'm sticking with it.
All right. You may be right.
It flipped.
Justin gave you googly eyes.
He doesn't have a theory.
He doesn't.
Well, he has a theory, but you can't say it on air.
The quaff has no theories.
All right, we
So-
ready to end this ramble session?
I mean, yeah, unless you want to talk about anything else, stranger.
I don't know. I think we're good. I think we covered it. You got anything there, Cheeserinos?
No, we're good.
Feel free to check out our old podcast where we break down what we think is going to happen in the next season.
We went into detail there.
A lot of detail because we went
We're
episode
fresh.
by episode. with
Yeah.
those-
And we will cover this season in depth when it comes out.
Yep. So, also, please like, share, subscribe, invite, tell your friends. Check us out at SoundCloud. Hit us up on the social media.
Tell your
sites.
family.
Tell your family. We have business cards. If you ever meet us in person, we'll give you one.
We'll give you a business card. We'll shake your hand and give you a business card.
We'll shake your baby and kiss your hand and give you a business card.
Later.